Hi there makers, it is Jo here, and today I'm here with a product video, and I've got something that I particularly like using myself, so I really am getting behind today's product. It is a temporary washable tape, and you'll see me using it in lots of my sew alongs or learn to sew videos where I just whip out a little bit of this sticky tape to get me through a tricky part of sewing. It can be really helpful if you want to do some pattern matching and you want to hold the fabrics in a particular position. It's great if too many pins would get in the way if you were sewing, and it's also great on delicate fabrics. So this is a silk crepe. If you can't tack and make extra lines, or when you pull the tacking out you'll mark the fabric, this is fantastic because it just washes away. I absolutely love using it. There are a couple of different brands. This one is Primlove Fixing Tape, but sometimes it's called Basting Tape. This one's 9 meters by 6 mil. So you've got plenty to work at. It's got a little bit of tape at the end, so just keep hold of that because you'll need it to put back on. And it's sticky on the inside, just like a double-sided tape. And then that's the bit you stick to the fabric, and then you peel away the backing. Number one is it's fantastic for when you add zips. So I'm making the Amelia dress here, which is a Minerva exclusive pattern, and it's got a waist seam and I need to match the waist seam through the zip. I want to make sure everything is correct here so that the waist seam matches on both sides of the zip. Instead of using pins for this, I'm going to tape the edge of the zip, and I'm going to stick this zip down temporarily. Just make sure all the seam allowances are going in the correct direction. And then I just want to put the little bit of tape back on the end to stop the end getting fuzzy and fluffy, and it won't remain sticky. Once I've got that all in position, and you can reposition it if you need to, you can take off the tape, and then you're going to position the zip along that edge. I've got a mark on here, which is the waistline mark. So I'm going to make sure that that's lined up so that I can do the same on both sides of the zip. You can do the bottom or the top first, but I'm going to pin from that waistline, so then I know that's the datum point that's going to be a good match. I don't need any pins, so I can get rid of these because I'm working without pins today. I can sew this with my zipper foot. I'm going to take it to the next level now. So I want to definitely make sure that that waist seam is lined up. You can see a little orange mark on my zip there. So instead of just putting one long piece, I'm going to concentrate really on that waist seam, and you can cut the tape up into smaller pieces. Just take that little bit off and be really specific about that one place that I want to match up. So that orange mark and that waist seam are going to be all in line. You can at this point just sew that bit on the machine, and you can double check that everything is lined up. Or you can go ahead, if you're working really well with the tape, and tape the rest of the other side of the zip. I haven't pressed this, it's all a little bit bouncy, but you can use it to stick down darts here so that I've got a good match, and what you've just seen me do there, which is the invisible zip seam. It really is fantastic stuff. Number two, it's really good if you use it in little pieces, so you don't have to use it in a long strip. You can use it to add appliques or little patches or really small details to garments. I'm adding some appliques to a ready-made quilt, in which case I want to make sure that everything is stuck down in a particular place. So I'd like the bottom of these hexagons to land in the bottom of the squares. So I don't want this one to be slightly tilted like this. I want to try and get some real even lines happening when I have these all over the quilt. That means I can use a little bit of the tape, and I can just use it to stick down just little bits. I don't need to put it all the way around. I just want to have little bits to hold it in position, and then I might choose to pin or tack, but these will just hold everything steady. And then when it's washed, They'll all be gone, of course, but it's just meaning I can be really accurate with my sewing and have a few less pins in the way. I tend to use my tailor's awl just to get the backing off, because sometimes I get really frustrated, like you do at Christmas with sellotape, when you can't get all the bits off. So that works really well. And even if you just had something small like a child's badge or a small applique, tiny little bits of the tape work really well. It's great for pattern matching, and it's particularly good if you're trying to match stripes. So for example, down a side seam where you want your stripes to match exactly across your hips. Even if you think you've matched up your print or pattern along the edge of your fabric with pins, because of the pressure that comes down from the foot, then this will slowly sort of drag along, and so you'll start to gradually lose your pattern placement. It's particularly pertinent if you've got a textured fabric. So I've got a seersucker here, so all these little ripples will start to compound by the end. We can do a little bit better than that if we use a seam tape. If you're using it for pattern matching, then you want to know what your seam allowance is. So there's no point putting this tape near the raw edge, because that's not where you're holding the position of the fabric. You want it to be positioned on the seam line. It's still within the seam allowance, but we want that edge there to be well matched. Now you can add on your fabric, and you can be matching up the raw edges. Sure, you can see that, but you can also double check what's happening exactly on the seam line. So you probably wouldn't do this for all of your making, but it is really good if you've got something special, or you've got a shirt front or a particular place with a large print. I've got it pretty good here. Here and here. It's just running out a little bit, but you can re-stick seam tape so you can make sure that it's right before you sew it. It reduces the amount of unpicking that you might run the risk of doing. That's better. So now I can take this to the machine. Get a really nice pattern match. In terms of pressing, because you've got a piece of tape in there, you can't press this seam open unless you open it out and peel out the tape, and then you can press your seam open. If you don't need to have it open, if you can keep it pressed to one side, you can zigzag the edge, and then when you wash it, it will wash out of there anyway. So just be aware, if you're using any particular delicate fabric that you want to have the seams open because you're having some sort of special finish, you'll need to remove the tape so that you can peel it open, or you press it to one side. It also works on stretch fabrics as well, which are more susceptible to moving, because as it goes into the machine, sometimes you'll get a little bit of stretch in the fabric this way and that way, so it holds the position of the print. Number 4, it's ideal for patch pockets. So if you're shirt making and you want to position your pocket onto your front, left, right, or front, left or right front, then you can pin it in place, of course, and you can tack it as well. But the sticking tape is really brilliant because you can really hold the pocket square and in the correct place, and then you can sew through it with your machine and you've got the perfect patch pocket. For those that like to ask in comments, and particularly because I've spoken about the fabric, this is a silk crepe. So it's got a really fine, delicate hand, and this ruffle needed a lot of careful treatment to get that rolled edge hem. And this one is called a pebble stone, and the pattern is the Live blouse from Atelier Jupe. It's one of my favourite patterns. On this one, I've hacked a little sheared edge to make the most of the delicate fabric, and to mirror the frill around the neck and the cuffs. You might also use really small bits of this tape if you've got a delicate fabric and you want to hold something in position, but you don't want to have any pin marks in your fabric. So if ideally you would like to pin vertically to hold a fabric in position, so for example on a princess seam, you want to have lots of pins in to get around that curve, but pinning vertically would damage your fabric because it's a delicate one, then you can use little pieces of this just around the curved part of a princess seam. It really does help to hold everything in place. You might have some other uses for it, which I'd be really interested to know about. I know quilters use it sometimes to hold things in position, so do let us know in comments. It would be really interesting to both us and other watchers. If you would like more information on products or tools, fabrics, patterns or full sew alongs, you can head over to our website and you can take a look at all the different playlists. You can also go over to our website and join the craft community there. You can open a free account, share your makes, add some photographs, give a description and take a look at what the sewing community has been up to. It really is a supportive and inspirational place to be. Thank you very much for watching and we'll see you again soon.